Hi guys, and welcome back to H1Z1 on the PS4, or as again I said in my last video for you guys across the pond, H1Z1. So yeah, here I am. This is my best game so far, actually. I'm still, I still have those odd issues with this, like the parachuting, which doesn't seem to have much control over it whatsoever. And the fact that, like as I said before, you don't really have any way of choosing where you actually want to drop. So yeah, there is the odd thing like that. And actually in one of the games I played, I actually landed quite by accident on top of a water tower, and I couldn't get down because you don't seem to be able to use ladders either. And I had to drop off it and basically went down to 37 health, I think it was, and that was at the very beginning of the game. So yeah, bit frustrating. So there are some issues, and it's things like that that make the sort of the basis why I said that this game feels less finished than PUBG, because of things like that. But the controls are still alright. I'm getting better at it, and like as I said, this is my best game so far. Some of it through blind panic and luck. Some of it I would like to think is through a little bit of skill at least. But again, probably just blind panic and luck. And I think I do make a bit of a misidentification with a shotgun and get excited over a riot shotgun, even though that's what I was carrying already. I just thought it was something different. So yeah, there is that. Yeah, the crossbow. You see, I wouldn't normally go for the crossbow in this. I mean, I've never got it in PUBG at all. Never bothered picking it up. And as I said before, I'm still getting used to the weapons in this, and you know what's good, what isn't, what I like, that sort of thing. But in this, the crossbow uses explosive bolts. And oh, hello, that was somebody using a crossbow with explosive bolts against me, and that's me using one against him. I've taken a bit of a beating though. 12 health, that's bad. And here comes the blind panic, and look, there you go. Yeah, if in doubt, spray everywhere with bullets. Yeah, so that was my first kill. Kind of happy with that, even though, as I said, a bit of blind panic and luck. Now where was I? Crossbow. Yeah, that was it. So the crossbow. Oh yeah, the CNQ, is it? My preview window is very small. I like that gun. I really do like that gun. I don't know where he got it from. He might have found it in a crate. Whether there are a couple of crates knocking about, I'm not entirely sure. But yeah, I do like that gun. In fact, I like it a lot. And I couldn't remember what it was called, so CNQ, whatever it is. Anyway, yeah, I've got a challenge. One of the tutorial challenges, in fact, the last tutorial challenge, apart from the one that says to do all the tutorial challenges, is to loot a crossbow. And it just says find a crossbow, pick it up. That's it. I've done that in 3 games now, and it still hasn't completed the challenge. So whether there is some other stipulation that it doesn't actually say, whether I've actually got to find one in a crate, I don't know. But all it says is, find a crossbow, pick it up. That's it. But it just doesn't seem to have registered for me, so I'm a bit frustrated by that. And that was the only reason I grabbed the crossbow there, but, it came in kind of useful. But yeah, I do like that gun, that CNQ thing. I really do. And I picked up another one as well, the Marauder, I think it was called. In fact, it's in this match, so it's in a little bit of a spoiler there. Not much of a spoiler. Oh, just spoiled that you pick up a gun. But yeah, no, it looked as though it might be alright. If I remember rightly, I think it's a bullpup configuration. It looks a bit like a FAMAS, actually. But it seemed to be a 3-shot burst, and I wasn't overly keen on it. And that's the thing with this game, I'm not entirely sure which gun's better than what. I know the odd one's better than the other. But, it's just learning, isn't it? You see a new gun that you've not used before, grab it, try it out, see what it's like. And, oh, there we go. Just took a hit. And he's I thought he was quite far away for this gun then, but it's actually been quite effective. And he's using, yeah, it looks like he's using the crossbow. But, let's dodge behind here. I've got a red dot sight. It's not great. It's not got massive magnification, if any at all. They don't generally have any magnification. But I did manage to get him, and that was 2 kills. And I was like, ooh, 2 kills. That's one more than I've managed ever. So that's not too bad. And, you know, I've still not played on this a lot. I think this is maybe my 10th. It's definitely less than 15, probably between 10 and 15th game somewhere. And, yeah, 1 kill is all I've managed in any game in this so far. So, yeah, 2 kills. You know, I've upped myself. So, yeah, I was quite chuffed with that. So, find a vehicle. I think I'm still within the circle at the moment. But you know, I did say before, it does kind of seem to reduce the circles a bit quicker. I don't know if it does or not, or if it's just appearances, but it does seem to, and there does seem to be more people left in a smaller circle than there are on Fortnite sort of and PUBG. And again, I've not played those loads, but from when I have played them, by the time the circle's that small, there's not many people left. Now, with this, I think in future... Oh, that was body armor. I think in future, I'm probably going to try and do live commentary on these. Because it just seems like a live commentary, you know, doing the commentary as I'm playing the game would probably suit it more. I may swear more. I try not to swear too much in my videos, or not too badly at least, anyway. Sometimes in games like this, so yeah, it kind of slips out. But I thought I'd grab that crate, and I think I did say the other day that you do seem a bit more reliant on your crates in this than anything else. But you know, I'm enjoying it. It does have its sort of drawbacks, and it does have a few things that do need looking at, in my opinion. You know, you might think differently. But it's, at the moment, it almost doesn't feel like a substitution. Oh yeah, crap shooting. I don't know. You see, I'm kind of in. Like I say, I've not played PUBG a lot. I've not shown it on my channel or anything, but I've been playing it a little bit, and I'm kind of enjoying it. And I was hoping this would be, you know, a really good alternative to it on the PS4. And although I am enjoying this game, and I think it's got a lot of potential, I think it does need to develop a bit more, possibly. Graphically, you know, I think it's superior to something like PUBG, but it's, in its current form, it almost just feels like a stopgap in a way. And 3 kills. Now, at this point, I'm thinking, I'm on fire. 3 kills. That's 3 times better than I've ever done before. I didn't bother going and searching him. I thought, do you know what? I think I'm alright for guns. I've got quite a few. I'm stocked up. I've got a military backpack, so I can carry 4 weapons. Got a bit of armour. So I think I'm just going to have a little drive around, try and stay towards the centre of the circle, but it does get to a point where all of a sudden it shifts quite prominently, and it does seem to have quite a bit of movement on it. Now, this is where I heard a bit of gunfire, so I thought I'd slow down a little bit. It sounded like it was kind of coming from this direction, but I'm just struggling to see where it's from, and you might be saying, well, it's over there, you're blind. And, well, yeah, I am, colourblind. So sometimes games like this, yeah, it can be a bit of an issue. I've found it's particularly challenging on PUBG as well. I'm red-green sort of colourblind, and depending on what clothes people are wearing, there have been times where I literally cannot see them. You know, they're shooting at me, I am turning, and I've passed where they've been shooting at me from, and I literally cannot see them. There was one instance where I was in a car, I think, and I was driving along, and somebody was shooting at my car. You know, the bullets were hitting it. So I also, you know, tried to turn around and tried to figure out where they actually were. And couldn't see them, just could not find them. I think I saw the muzzle flash and I still couldn't see them because the colours they're wearing and of the colours that were behind them. And it's just one of those unfortunate things. Now, this little bugger. I know there's been a firefight down there. I know one person has been killed, and I keep just catching sight of him moving. And I thought, well, I didn't actually notice him moving then, and he gets back in his truck and off he goes. So yeah, I didn't quite see him in time. As far as I can figure out so far, and again, you know, I'm still working on figuring a lot of this out. When you're shooting at a vehicle and it comes up with the sort of white hit marker, it seems to be that you've hit the vehicle. And if it comes up with a green one, it seems to indicate that you've hit the, hit somebody in the vehicle. That's what it seems to be at the moment. Now, it was a bit of a risk coming down here because the marker had gone. There was obviously, well, I'm saying there was obviously a crate here. There may not have been a crate here at all. It may have been that this is just what the guy that got killed had on him. I don't know. But I thought I'd take a risk, just nip down here and see if anything had been left behind. Because sometimes, you'll find that people might not like sniper rifles. They might leave a sniper behind. And I was just thinking, do you know what I could do with a sniper? I've got, a shotgun. I've got an SMG. I've got a nice assault rifle. Or whatever it is. And, a sniper would be a nice little addition to my arsenal. So I took a risk and went down there, and it kind of paid off. Quite a bit of stuff there, I suppose. I picked up the balaclava and things because I wasn't sure that if I picked them up in here, maybe I'd unlock them in my custom menu. Didn't know if it worked that way, so I just thought, why not? Just try it, pick it up. It's not going to hurt anything. And yeah, that's when I changed my mind and decided to go back for that Marauder. Now it does have a star rating on it, which is nice, so it kind of shows you what's what. With that, whether it's 1 star, 2 star, etc. So that's a nice little feature in a way, and obviously the colours around it as well. But I'd swapped it for the wrong gun. Now the Marauder does seem to have what I would describe or call an ACOG sight. They're normally, I'm not a gun expert or anything like that. Grew up on a farm, so grew up using shotguns, that sort of thing. But it's just from sort of a purely gaming point of view, generally ACOG sights normally have a sort of ×2 magnification to them, so I thought it's not a sniper rifle, but I'll keep it with me just in case. But now I need to get back into the circle. There's only 19 people left. I'm quite chuffed with myself because I've got 3 kills, so yeah, I'm doing alright. And it's at that point where you're like, ooh, this could be a good game. This could be, could I win this? There's a chance. I might be able to, but I'm going to have to be very careful because the circles are getting very small and there's still 18 people left now. So I thought I'll play it a bit more tactically. Try and stay on the edge of the circle. Got to try and keep an ear out for people coming up behind me. I do have a headset, but the PlayStation seems a bit of a pain to plug a headset into the pad and actually record audio when you're recording like this using a capture card, because it generally, if you have all audio coming through your headset, it cuts it from the HDMI altogether, and it doesn't come through the capture card, which is a bit of a problem. There is a headphone socket in my capture card, but it's just a bit too far away from where I actually sit and play. The Xbox, one thing that is good about the Xbox, when you plug a headset in, you can have all audio through your headset and it still comes through the TV, so there is no issue when using a capture card. Not so on PlayStation, so do struggle a little bit. I find it easier when you're using a headset. You just get a bit more of an idea of where people are, so I'm having to be careful. Keep looking behind me in case there's anybody approaching from the same direction I have. That's, I've been done by that before on PUBG, so learnt. And it's just a case of trying to be a bit sneaky and stealthy now, keeping an eye out. Something I have noticed on this, when I've got to the end, I mean, my best place so far before this was 10th, and so it's going to be better than that. But something I have noticed on this, and again, I mean, I think my best place on PUBG was 3rd. I made it into the top 10 a few times, normally 10th, and I've made it into the top 25 quite a lot. Never got a win yet, but something I seem to notice on this is people tend to stick in the vehicles more towards the end of this. And again, it just seems, and it's just, my experience so far, people seem to stick to vehicles towards the end of this much more than they do on PUBG. See the odd people driving about in vehicles at the end. I mean, it kind of makes sense because you're in a big vehicle, you can run into people, you've got a bit of protection, I suppose. Oh, yep, police car, there we go. Now, the running over of people on this, your armour seems to soak up a lot of it. I've been hit by somebody who's going pretty damn fast, and I just bounced off. Not in this match, although it might happen in this one, I can't remember. We had a different match, and I just kind of bounced off the front and shot them, with really just taking very little damage. So I think that needs addressing. I mean, you get hit by a vehicle, it doesn't matter if you're wearing a bulletproof vest, it's going to hurt a hell of a lot. So I think that's one lot of damage that really shouldn't, armor shouldn't really negate, I don't think. Personally, again, your opinions might differ, but that's just how I think. But it's nice, it is nice that this is free. I can forgive it a lot for it being free, and also for having those little words there, open beta, because it means that they intend, at least their intention is to finish it off a bit more or do more to it. So yeah, I can forgive quite a bit with that. Now this is that Marauder. Oh, did manage to hit them then. I've not used the Marauder before, and to be honest, it's not bad. I think it'd be quite nice, possibly, for taking people on if they're a little bit closer. I know it's got a bit of a, I know it's got that sort of zoom scope on it, but I found that I didn't really prefer this. There we go, look, just got slammed into by that car, took barely any damage, swapped back to my nice CNQ, and just try and finish him off. Taking some damage though, did manage to kill him, and that's when I get killed myself, because my arm is about gone and I got 14 health left. So yeah, yeah, that one did kill me. But there you go, my best game so far in it. 4th place with 4 kills. Quite happy with that. Fingers crossed I might get a win in the next couple of days, and I'll bring that one to you as well. So there you go. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed that. For my World of Tanks viewers, I will be back with World of Tanks videos in the next few days. My mother-in-law is coming out of hospital today. My wife's feeling a bit better, so everything's starting to get back to normal, so I should be able to get back to normal with uploading. But anyway, if I don't get another video up over the weekend, which I'm hoping to, but I still might not, I hope everybody has a great weekend, and take care of that, and I'll catch you next time. See you later.